All right. There we go. All right, everybody. So welcome. I see a few names that I recognize. So thank you so much for joining me today in my home, where I'm going to be giving you a chat about chakras. So for those of you who've actually come to see me at Illuminations at JLT, you know I'm a little bit fascinated with the chakra system. And it is my absolute belief that if we can work with balancing our chakras, that we can avoid all this disease that comes into our life, whether it takes the form of physical disease, emotional, mental problems, or just our environment, the situations we attract. It's my absolute firm belief, experience, and knowledge that if we can actually restore our chakras into a perfect state of flow and balance, that life will also begin to flow. So I've just designed a slideshow for you to help you visualize what I'm talking about as well. And I'll start to take you through it. So let's begin. So let's begin by looking at what actually are chakras. So I'm sure a lot of you know this already, but we hear a lot about chakras these days. They come from the yogic system of wholesome living, of well-being. And the word chakra is actually Sanskrit from back in that time in India, and its direct translation is wheel. And that's because chakras actually do look like wheels of energy. Now, back 5,000 years ago, when the yogis were living a pure, undistracted, connected life, they could actually see the energy. And so when they were trying to describe it and assimilate this information, they called it chakra or wheel, because they look like rotating wheels in front of our body. And they are actually just swirling wheels, and they don't just appear on the front of our body. They actually go through almost like a vortex. So it'll be a wheel, vortex through the center of our body, and then a wheel on the back as well. There's a lot more to chakras than just the 7 main ones, but today we're going to keep it simple. So the 7 main chakras do run along the line of the body, and they align with our spine. And they correspond actually to massive nerve centers in the body. And this fascinates me because, of course, the ancient yogis wouldn't have known that. They wouldn't have had the physiological or medical knowledge back then that that's where the chakras align. And they're connected to every part of our world, our physical, our psychological, our emotional, and our spiritual states of being. So these 7 main chakras are very, very important to have a balanced, flowing life experience here on planet Earth. And so it's a really interesting thing for me as a holistic therapist. I always do chakra assessments before I start any treatment, because it's really interesting to see how the state of the chakra represents my client's kind of overall wellness in every aspect of life. So let's move on. The 7 main chakras, as I said, run along the body. And as you can see in this very nice picture, they run from the root all the way up to the crown of the head. And what you can see here is the colors of the chakra. Again, the ancient yogis could see these colors. And if you look at images of the aura, or if you know intuitive people who can see the auras, they describe the same colors within that, because these chakras are constantly just pushing out energy, and those colors will come through. And what I love about the chakras, and what makes them really easy to remember for any of you who are just starting on this journey, is that all the chakra colors are actually the colors of the rainbow. So the root chakra starts at red. Then we move up to the Sacral Chakra, which it turns into orange. The Solar Plexus is yellow. The heart is green. The throat is blue. And then the third eye is indigo or purple. And the crown chakra is violet or ultraviolet or a bright, bright white. So all the chakras are the exact same color as the spectrum of a rainbow. And each of these chakras has a name in Sanskrit and in English, of course. It has a yantra, and now a yantra is a visual representation of something. And yantras are really powerful, because by concentrating on a yantra, you actually access the energy of what that yantra is representing. And then we also have expressions. Those are a little bit like affirmations. So let's go through each of them. And I like to work from the root chakra up. So the first chakra, the root chakra, we call in English, in Sanskrit is called Muladhara. And the expression for this one is I am. So whenever we feel that we're not grounded, you can see that it's relating to being grounded, being safe, being secure. So when I'm not feeling that, by simply looking at the yantra or saying the expression, I am, what that will give me is a connection to the energy of that root chakra, and it will make me come into a vibration with it so that I can feel grounded, safe, and secure. The second chakra, based just by the pubic bone area, or just above there, is called the Sacral Chakra, or Svadhisthana in Sanskrit. The yantra here, and you'll notice on these yantras, they actually represent lotus flowers. And then as we go up, it gets more and more petals. And the expression for Svadhisthana is, I feel. So when we're a little bit out of balance, when we feel emotionally not in the right place, if we've lost our creativity, if relationships aren't working, things like this, our expression isn't really there of how we want to represent ourselves, then we can actually say the expression, I feel. And that again will help connect us to our second chakra. The third chakra, Manipura. I know a lot about this chakra because it's my strongest chakra. It was the first chakra I ever felt when I was first working with yoga and energy. And in Sanskrit, it's Manipura. Now, this chakra is very powerful chakra. It's very masculine, actually, in its traits. It's all power, moving forward, control, this kind of thing. And the expression is, I do. So the fourth chakra is Anahata chakra, the heart chakra. Now, this chakra, as you can see, is represented in the color green, but we sometimes also represent it in pink, but that's more of a modern day addition. The traditional color is green. Now, interestingly about Anahata chakra, the heart chakra, it's neither masculine nor feminine, and it's actually one of the balancing chakras for the upper three and the lower three chakras. So it's a very, very important chakra in all aspects of healing and in yoga as well. And so the expression is, I love. So if we're feeling disconnected, if we're feeling lonely, if we're feeling that we're just overly empathetic, things like this, it means we're not in balance in our heart chakra. And a way that you can connect to it is just saying, I love, because we are capable, all of us, of love. We are just love and light at our center. So when I don't know which meditation to do, if I can't work out which aspect of my life is just not in flow, then I will always come to the heart. Because by bringing energy into the heart chakra, you can actually consequently balance the upper and lower three at the same time. So the sixth chakra is the throat chakra, Vishuddha chakra. And this chakra is really, really interesting because it's all about communication. But when I talk about communication, I'm actually talking about communicating your authentic truth, not just being able to stand up and speak in front of a crowd. So it's actually connecting to your soul, connecting to your higher self, connecting to who you truly are and being able to express your truth. Another thing about the throat chakra when it's in balance is you also find it easy to accept everybody else's truth, not being defensive or oversensitive when people speak to you. So the throat chakra, I talk or I communicate is a great expression of that. Now, the all-important higher chakras here, the third eye, Ajna chakra. Now, this is a really, really important chakra because it's almost like our radio dial. It's where we kind of tune in to all the messages, all the information that's all around us. And this chakra is so important, especially when we're on our spiritual path or looking for our life purpose, or when life isn't flowing and we need to find our way out of the darkness. Ajna chakra imbalance, the expression I see, is so important because it allows us to come into our intuitive self and work out what is the best road for us. It brings us back on our path. It's also the place where we can get visions. It's the place where we can really connect to everything that is greater than us as well. And finally, the crown chakra, Sahasrara chakra. This is I understand. And this is absolute connection with the divine creator, with this incredible information-rich universe that's all around us, that is constantly allowing us to take the paths we're meant to. It guides us, it protects us. And so having the crown chakra open, being completely connected, is so important on our journey. So, sorry, let me just grab a drink. Now, interestingly, excuse me, interestingly, every chakra has its own frequency, it has its own musical notes, and it also has its own mantra. So what's really interesting here is that each of them will respond to that frequency, to that note, or to that mantra. Now, I was blessed with a lot of things. I'm grateful to my parents, but music and singing is not one of them. I have absolutely a horrible voice, so I'm not going to attempt to personally sing the mantras. I think I would lose you all instantly. So what I'm going to do is just speak them, and then I found a beautiful thing on YouTube that we can listen to the notes and the chanting of the corresponding chakra. And it's actually going to be 1 minute on each chakra. So I do invite you to close your eyes and let's do a 7-minute meditation as we start to use this to balance our chakras. So a little bit of therapy thrown into this webinar this evening as well. And I find it absolutely magical using sound to meditate and using sound that has the frequency and the musical note to activate our energy centers, which are directly related to our life. Well, that is just like mind-blowing for me. So working again from the root up, what we have here, the root chakra is Lam, and the note is C. Moving up to the sacral chakra, Vam, and the note is D. Ram for the solar plexus with E. Yam for the heart with F. Then Ham for the throat with G. And then we all know this one, Om, note A for the third eye. And then for the crown chakra, we just have a very beautiful Om sound as well. So I'm going to play you next the, oops, sorry. I'm going to play now, if I can work it out. So there we go, yay. Let's see. Okay, so let's close our eyes and all do 7 minutes of balancing our chakras with the sounds and the mantra for currently the root chakra. Bringing your attention now to your sacral chakra by the pubic bone. The color is orange. Moving on now to our solar plexus chakra, just around the navel region. The color is yellow. Moving now to the heart chakra, the color is green. Moving up now to your throat chakra, the color blue. Moving up now to the third eye, color. chakra, connection to the color. So, wow, welcome back, everyone. For me, that was really, really powerful. It's amazing how just sound can vibrate so fully into our energy body. And I hope that you guys managed to get some sensations, maybe in some or all of your chakras, as the notes and the mantras were being chanted in perfect pitch to connect and resonate with each of those chakras. Okay, we have a lot to get through. I love chakras. Any of you who've met me know this. So we're going to now move on to the hand gestures. So mudras, as they're known in Sanskrit, these are actually, how mudra work is when you engage certain, when you put certain fingers together, or you cross or touch or extend, they actually engage certain areas of your brain. So they connect directly then to neural pathways. And I find that amazing. So another way to enhance your chakras is actually to evoke the hand gesture or mudra related to the energy within that chakra. And it will influence your mind, body, and spirit. It's just a form of engagement, again, with the energy of the chakras. So let's just quickly run through these. So the root chakra at the bottom, we make this gesture. Now you can make with both hands and just place them next to the root chakra, resting in your lap, potentially. Moving up, you can interlock your rest your fingers on each other here, have the thumb tips touching. And again, you could maybe rest this around your pubic bone area to evoke the power and energy of your sacral chakra. This is great if you're feeling emotional to do this mudra. Just place it there and watch how things will calm down as your energy in that chakra starts to balance. Okay, we're moving on now, and we have the solar plexus, quite a powerful one, this one. This, again, you can see the direction, the force as we use this, because that third chakra is definitely a moving forward chakra. Coming in then to the beautiful heart chakra. So just making this, again, we can place them on top of each other or just placing in front of your heart. Coming up then to the throat chakra. And again, they don't need to be by the chakras. You can just make them in front of you. Rest your hands in your lap. They do not need to come up. If you're using them as ways to treat others, then yes, potentially you can put them there. The next one then is coming up to our third eye. As you see, we're actually starting to point up to the higher and then coming up to our crown. So using mudras is another way you can connect to your chakras, bring them in balance. All right, moving on to the next then. So now let's move into the 4 states of chakras. And there's actually really only 4 states that we need to think about. They're either going to be excessive or overactive. They're going to be nice and balanced, or they're going to be deficient, otherwise underactive, or they can even be completely blocked. So I want you to imagine that your chakras are like this beautiful, absolutely stodgy bath I've put on this image here. So chakras must be balanced and energy must flow for you to have optimal health, optimal well-being, to be in flow in all areas of your life. So looking at that yummy bathtub there, I want you to imagine like just like that bathtub, if your chakra is blocked, like a blocked plug in this bathtub, and the water doesn't drain, it's just going to stagnate. It's going to grow bacteria and mold. Well, that's basically what's happening on an energetic level to your chakras when they are blocked. And this is when disease, unwellness starts to occur in our life. So when you see that bathtub, imagine that in your energy body. It's something we must release, we must get rid of. Otherwise, we are going to get sick on one or all of these levels. So let's look at chakras and health then. So it's very important for you to be aware of what each chakra stands for in life, how it expresses itself in life, how it manifests in your life, in order for you to be aware of which is out of balance. If your life isn't working in some way, so if you're not getting what you want, if you're finding it difficult to make decisions, if that love life just isn't up to scratch for you, you're not finding anyone who matches you emotionally, if you just feel completely disconnected and alone, there's going to be a chakra that relates to that. And all you need to do is learn the chakras in order to understand which part of my life is out of flow and which chakra is blocked or imbalanced, which is causing this. Because I truly believe everything starts in the energy body. You catch it in the energy body, the messages that the chakras are sending us, it will not manifest wholly into your experience. You can avoid the harsher lessons, the more difficult emotions and mental problems that we sometimes have to deal with. You won't get that physical disease or injure yourself if we deal with it in the chakra and energy body. So there's many ways you can do general kind of chakra alignment. One of the best ways is meditation. That meditation we just did then, very short, but a very great meditation for aligning all the chakras in 7 minutes. I'm sure we can make 7 minutes to do that. Other ways would be yoga, going for a walk in nature, mindfulness. All these practices are really, really good for balancing your chakras. Another method is turn to the holistic healing. Reiki is phenomenal for balancing the chakras. We work directly on the 7 chakras during every Reiki practice, but any energy healing is going to help balance and release blockages that you are maybe holding on to in your chakras. And then frequency healing. I love working with frequency. And if you guys that have come for one of my treatments, you know I put binaural frequencies in the background, and those actually also work on your energy body whilst everything else is also happening in the Reiki. So working on frequency healing is also a magical way to open up those chakras. So now we're going to go through each of the 7 chakras. I'm going to tell you a little bit about them, and I'm going to tell you what they may cause in your life if they're out of balance, and what you can do in order to help yourself. So let's start with the root chakra. So the root chakra, as we've discussed, is at the base of the spine near the perineum. The color is red, and it has an element, and the element is earth. So this is a great chakra for grounding. It actually represents in our physical body, our anatomy, the prostate glands, the sciatic nerve. It represents our lower legs, our ankles, our feet, the arches of our feet, the toes, and also our rectum. So if you're having any issues in any of these areas, potentially your root chakra is simply out of balance. So what it represents is when it's balanced, what it represents in our life is stability, grounding, foundation, family, connection to the earth. It's survival and both financial and physical security. It represents all the stuff that makes us feel solid in life. And so when it's excessive, potentially you're going to start feeling really heavy, overburdened. You're going to be sluggish and slow. You're going to feel like you're not growing, that you're just stuck and stagnant. Maybe a bit possessive of what you own, not wanting to share. You could become a bit controlling and feel completely bogged down by life and situations and people. That's a sign of an excessive root chakra. So if you're experiencing any of those things, we need to do some work on your root chakra. Now, a deficient or underactive, sorry, that's if it's excessive. A deficient or underactive root chakra, you feel completely away with the fairies. You're ungrounded, you can be very anxious or fearful. You can have your head in the clouds, feel unsafe, maybe attached to things, really attaching on to people and situations, and feel completely overwhelmed with life. That's when there's not enough energy in your root chakra. And when your root chakra is balanced, life is in the flow. You're very vital. You have a lot of vitality. You take responsibility really, really well. You feel secure. You feel safe. You feel grounded. You feel satisfied and fulfilled where life is for you. You're enthusiastic yet calm. You trust in your own ability, and you are completely present in your life. Now, doesn't that just sound magical? If you're not experiencing that right now in your life, you just need to work on your root chakra. Here are some of the diseases you could get if your root chakra is not in balance. So I'm not going to read them all out, but it's on there. Maybe even you can take a photo of them. But this is these are physical ailments when your root chakra is out of balance. So if you're, if you're obese, if you suffer from eating disorders, if you have any problems with your legs, your feet, this kind of thing, your blood, any blood disease is also root chakra. And you need to do something about that urgently. And like I said, I believe all disease starts in the energy body. So I also believe all healing starts there as well. I never turn to allopathic medicine. I always turn to energy medicine. So how can you balance your root chakra quickly? First thing, connect to the earth. Stick your hands in mud. This may be tending to a houseplant or heading out to a park and hugging a tree. Move your body. Connect your body with the earth, with the mind. Create a body awareness. Be kind to yourself and to others. It's a great way to remind yourself that we are human beings having we're having a human experience on this planet right now. Pets are a great way to get grounded as well. They're always in the present moment. They remind us to be present. In respect of what to eat, look for red-colored foods and vegetables that are grown under the ground. So this is going to be potatoes, sweet potatoes, carrots, parsnips, onions, garlic, ginger is going to be great for you. All close to the ground. So look at things like kale, spinach, cauliflower, cabbage, broccoli, all those things grown under or close to the ground are going to be great. Also, like chives, paprikas, red peppers, all these food groups are going to really help create the energy you need in the root chakra to rebalance it. So remember, it's not about eating the foods, it's about consuming the energy of the foods, which is a good match for the root chakra frequency. If you're working with crystals, I'm a massive crystal believer. The power of crystals in healing is mind-blowing. So if you work with crystals, you simply need to hold them, wear them, place them next to you and watch their frequency completely synchronize your root chakra. You are looking at red jasper, rubies. If you've got a very, if you're able to afford those, go for that one. Bloodstones, black tourmaline, obsidian. So the red and the black stones, hematites, the volcanic stones are really powerful for keeping you grounded and activating the root chakra. If you like essential oils, again, those of you who've been in JLT to see me, I always use oils in my treatments. I am actually a clinical aromatherapist, but I don't use them as a standalone. I use them to activate the chakras in my treatments. And the good ones for the root chakra, you're looking at cedar woods, patchouli, and frankincense. Those are going to be great to get you grounded. So let's move on now to the sacral chakra, the second chakra. We know where it is. It's just above the pubic bone, lower ab area. The color is orange. And appropriately, the element is water, because the sacral chakra is all about movement and flow. It's all about our emotions, our relationships, intimacy, the mask and face and presence we put out to the world, creativity, music. It's just so expressive and flowy. But as a result, because it represents so many aspects that we are so kind of emotional within, that it can be blocked in most of us. In respect of our physical body, it does control the uterus, the appendix, the large intestines, the groin, the bladder, and the reproductive organs. So for those of you that are working, that experience any issues with these parts of your body, it's your sacral chakra. We can deal with this in the energy body and stop those growing into a serious disease. So what it represents, as I said, is emotions, desires, pleasures, sexuality, procreation, creativity. It really is who we put out to the world, how we live our life. So when it's excessive, when it's overactive, you're going to see yourself having addictions, you're going to be restless, overindulgent, overly emotional, lustful, I've put restless twice. So you're going to be very, very unstable in how you're acting and the persona you're portraying to the world. When it's underactive or deficient, this is where depression comes in. You may find yourself, frigid or impotent. Life will be joyless, unstable. You're going to have trust issues, and you may be very, very needy. So if you're feeling that this is part of who you're representing at the moment in your life, it just means an underactive sacral chakra. That's all. That can be solved so easily, because when you're balanced, you enjoy life's pleasures. You have a constant, stable state of not overdoing it. You're just in a positive place, positive outlook, strong relationships. You're really creative, expressive, yet you retain humility. So it's a beautiful place to be in a balanced sacral chakra. Here's some of the diseases that can happen if you have an imbalanced or blocked chakra. So take a look at these. So again, anyone who's looking to start a family or have, or get pregnant, this is a great chakra to work on. It needs to be in flow in order for you to conceive. And you'll see also, you beautiful goddesses who are listening, those of you who suffer each month with your menstrual cycle, work on the sacral chakra. Watch the magic as the pain and cramps disappear over time. Urinary tract infections also, this is the chakra we need to be working on. And so how do we balance it? Here's some quick fixes for you. Connect with water. Take a long, long bath or shower. Go for a swim, walk by the ocean, just float in a swimming pool. Just get connected to water. And then ask yourself, is this action, is this feeling, is this nourishing me? Because the sacral chakra is always also about nourishing yourself, your life, creating a life that is sustainably happy and full of joy. So if it's not nourishing for you, don't do it. Whether that's a person or a situation or an event, if it doesn't feel like it will nurture and nourish you, just don't do it. Watch how things change, and you only attract really high vibration people and events into your life who do nurture you. And then breathe into the hips and relax the thighs. This is a great way. So perhaps try it now. So everyone inhale together. As you exhale, relax your buttocks, hips, and thighs. that takes you straight into that second chakra. And a great one for those of you with rhythm, I've already admitted that's not me. You can dance, sing, move, or do art and create. So that's another great way you can reconnect to that chakra. For food, look at melons, mangoes, passion fruit is great for this chakra. Oranges, honey, eat honey. This will really help. Sesame seeds, nuts, cinnamon, and vanilla are all great foods. Anything orange as well. So these are all great foods to activate the energy in that chakra. The crystals you're looking at as carnelian, aventurine, calcite, and tiger's eye is really good for balancing this as well. So look for those orange stones. They'll be a really good frequency match for the sacral chakra. The oils, one of my favorites actually appears here, Lang Lang. It's probably one of my favorite oils, very sensual oils. It's really, really nice. But sweet orange and cardamom are also a great vibrational match for the sacral chakra. Moving into the solar plexus chakra now. This is the masculine chakra. It's drive, pushing forward, decision-making, control. Oh, it's all those traits of willpower, courage, bravery, which is great in moderation, all right? Or great at work, but needs to be drawn in when we get home. It's just above our abdomen, around the navel. Now, other different modalities such as Tai Chi, Qigong, they say it's below, but let's just say around the navel area, that will be fine. The color is yellow, the element is fire. So a very fiery chakra. And it represents our digestive system, our entire muscles, our pancreas, adrenal glands. Again, kidneys are actually affected also here. Our stomach, our spleen, our liver, our gallbladder, and the mid part of our spine. So you see some very important organs there, all affected by our solar plexus chakra. So if the chakra is out of balance, you run the risk of affecting these. And most people I see who have issues with digestion, as soon as I do the diagnosis on the chakras at the beginning of a treatment, straight away, I see these problems with an overactive or underactive solar plexus chakra, or in some cases completely blocked, and it's manifesting in digestive problems. So excessive, you're going to be quick to anger. You're going to be coming from quite an aggressive or dominating stance. Controlling and need to be in control are one of the first signs that you have an excessive solar plexus chakra. That's just going to bring you anxiety. Lacking compassion and empathy and feeling completely overwhelmed are all signs that your solar plexus chakra is excessive or overactive. If it's underactive or deficient, you're going to be totally indecisive. There's going to be so many decisions you need to make and they just will not be made. You're going to feel insecure in your abilities. You may even become shy and timid. Again, you may become a bit needy, but very passive, very nervous. And this is where stress is coming from. You know, you're getting anxious and really stressed out all the time, getting quite low self-esteem because you don't have this power pumping through you. When it's balanced, you're confident, but without arrogance. And that's the important bit. You're calm, you're patient, you're really flexible and willing to change. You have a complete sense of inner peace and knowingness. You have enough willpower to take on everything you want, and you are able to commit. So how do we, what happens if we're under or overactive? Well, these are some of the things that may happen. So allergies are based here, any digestive problems. If you have gallstones, diabetes is based here. So if you get that acid reflux, this is another thing that we experience quite a lot when we have a problem in our solar plexus chakra. I hope you're finding this really interesting, because one thing, I don't want to scare you. I just want to show you that whatever's going on with you physically, we can solve it by just working on the chakras. And so how you can balance it, start showing empathy and compassion to yourself and others. I love the pass it forward momentum, where do something nice for somebody without any expectation, but maybe ask them to pass it forward to someone else. Or just no expectation at all, like a secret Santa. Go just do something nice and don't take any credit for it. Give yourself more time, self-nurture. Time is so valuable in this crazy world we live in. Take time to do something really nice for yourself. Take responsibility for your actions. And if you commit to something, do it. So do what you say you're going to do. And act from intuition, not ego. Gut instinct is based here, but true intuition is based from the third eye. So really don't allow your ego and needing to be in control come into your decision making, and seek the truth that will help you balance this chakra. In respect to foods, look at eating grains, rice, sunflower seeds. Ginger's also great for this chakra. Mint, turmeric's wonderful. Golden milk, find the recipe online. I drink this every night before I go to bed. It's phenomenal. Cumin, fennel, flaxseed, all of these things are going to be great for you to get the solar plexus. If you find that you're excessive, take away spicy foods altogether from your diet. If you feel you need a bit more, you can add some spicy foods in there, and that will help the fire burn. Crystals are going to be amber, citron, tiger's eye, lemon quartz, yellow jasper, anything yellow in color, but the tiger's eye is great for both the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. And the oils that will work really well for you are ginger, lemon, cypress, and melissa oils. They're going to work really well. Their frequency is a great match for that chakra. Moving up to the heart chakra. Ooh, I think I have to go quite quickly. I've spoken quite a while. All right, so we know it's at the center of the heart. The color is green, and the element is the air. It represents physically your thymus gland, the heart, obviously, your circulatory system, your lungs, your diaphragm, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your ribs, and also your breasts. It represents loves, relationships, joy, peace, forgiveness, trust, all that beautiful part of life. Kindness, compassion, empathy is all based here. If it's overactive, you're going to lose your personal boundaries. You're going to be needy, codependent, even narcissistic, potentially selfish, and you may experience jealousy. Underactive, you're going to stay closed, potentially shy. You're going to feel really lonely, isolated. And again, this is another one of the chakras that can take you into depression if it's underactive or blocked. When you're balanced in your heart chakra, you are so able to just express yourself. You're able to give and receive love. You've come from a compassionate, kind, loving place. Life is really joyful, no longer searching those quick pleasures, but actually come from sustained happiness and joy. You feel content and you just want to keep giving. It's such a beautiful place to be. Allergies, asthma, congestion, lung disease, sleeping, depression, all come from an overactive, underactive, or blocked heart chakra. And then, so to balance the chakra, just learn when to say no. Set your boundaries. You can treat yourself to things that you enjoy. Nurture yourself. Do nice things for yourself. Take walks in nature to reconnect to that high energy. Practice self-love and empathy. You can treat everyone with affection and do it selflessly without wanting anything in return. That is magical for keeping the heart chakra balanced. In respect of food, look at the dark leafy vegetables, spinach, kale, rocket, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, celery. Drink green teas. Basil, thyme, coriander are great herbs to add to your dishes. Crystals, malachite, a deep, meaty green color, that one. Aventurine, rose quartz, and emerald, if you have the cash to spend on some high gems there. All going to be great frequency for that chakra. Oils I love to use for the heart are geranium, rose, and my absolute favorite oil, jasmine. I love these. You can use them singly or together. It will open up that heart chakra. The throat chakra then, the color blue, the element now, we're moving into the higher realm, the ether, the cosmic energy. The parathyroid system, the neck vertebra, the throat, the thyroid, the mouth, the gums, the teeth, all activated by the throat chakra. So all of this area is connected to the throat chakra. It represents communication, how you self-express, your judgment and your voice. It also is also about speaking your truth here. So not just speaking, but speaking your truth. If it's excessive, you're going to overuse your voice, talk a lot. Oops, that's probably me. But you will also have an inability to listen. You may be manipulative, which is really horrible to think about and a little bit deceitful, but it's just a sign that you're overactive in your throat chakra. Deficient, you may be shy, quiet, scared to speak up and able to express your emotions. And you actually potentially will repress your feelings and emotions. When it's balanced, you're going to be an effective communicator. You're going to be good at expressing. More importantly, you're going to be a great listener. People will feel comfortable expressing their truth to you. And you'll be able to accept constructive criticism, no longer getting oversensitive or defensive to it. And you'll find you'll be extremely honest in the way that you live your life. So the things that can happen with the throat chakra, it can cause ear infections, teeth and gum problems. You can have issues with your neck. You can have like problems with your throat, tonsillitis, laryngitis, things like this. And also this is where we sometimes get confusion, actually can be born out of the throat chakra. So to balance it, be really precise in speaking your truth. Say what you truly need to say. You can stop talking and just say what needs to be said. Try not to fill in those gaps. Really be more precise in your thinking and then how you communicate what you want to say. Staring at the blue sky or the ocean is a great way to activate your throat chakra as well. And then what to eat, liquids. When I say liquids, it's more like fruit juices and teas. That will be really great for you. Crystals, lapis lazuli, turquoise, aquamarine, but obsidian's great here as well because obsidian actually helps you speak your truth. And angel light is another great, beautiful blue stone that will also help connect you to your truth through angelic assistance. Oils such as peppermint, eucalyptus, and chamomile. Okay, I can see I've only got a few more minutes. Let me zip through. The third eye. This is in between your eyebrows. The color is purple or indigo. The element is light. It affects the eyes, our vision, our pituitary and pineal glands, our brain, our neurological function, our nervous system, our ears. Oh my gosh, it affects all those high areas here. It gives us our intuitive wisdom. It allows us to, you know, it's all about discrimination in a positive way, how we discriminate between what's not good for us and what is good for us. Decision making. All of this is represented there. This connection, this trust, and this surrender to everything that is greater than us is all there. Excessive, you may be a little bit delusional in your thinking, paranoid, have difficulty concentrating. You may find yourself being overly judgmental. Certainly, you're going to come from a place of rational and logic, overthinking, over-intellectualizing, potentially even being over-sympathetic or over-empathic. And that's not healthy. Deficient or underactive third eye, you're going to have a poor memory. You may be in denial. You may lack common sense, be forgetful, not sleep at all, and be completely unempathic. So when you're imbalanced in your third eye, you actually come from intuition. You come from common sense. You're a fast learner. You have a really clear and fast, a clear memory and like fast reactions. You come from an intelligent place and you feel connected and spiritual in your thinking. So these are some of the areas. So everything from high blood pressure to migraines and headaches to being, any problems with your eyes will all come in here. So even having fainting spells, dizziness, vertigo, all of this is here. So do pay attention and know that it's just your third eye out of sync. So what you can do is, again, get earthed. Grounding and earthing is really important. Allow yourself to release control and decision making. Hand it over to something greater than you. Allow yourself to be intuitively guided. That all-knowing first thought, that's your intuition right there. It knows what's right for you. Pay attention to dreams and the symbols all around you. Analyze them, look them up. You'll be surprised at the message. It's always spot on. Eat berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. Poppy seeds are great for you as well, actually. Stones like amethyst, tanzanite, and fluorite are great for intuition, concentration, and activating that third eye. The oils, clary sage, sandalwood, and rosemary will also help engage that frequency and bring it into balance. So finally, the crown chakra, ultraviolet light. The element is just consciousness, connected to our brain, to the cerebral cortex, the central nervous system, and the pituitary gland. So it actually represents our connection to all that is. It represents our connection to nothingness and everything. So this is how you know you're being divinely guided and protected, is when this chakra is in beautiful connection with the divine creator, the cosmic consciousness, everything in this universe. Overactive, you're going to be over intellectual and potentially have a spiritual addiction. I know people who have this. You may have a disassociation from your body. Again, be away with the fairies. Have a really crazy fear of death, like obsessed with it, and have, well, I'll gently call it a God complex. If you're underactive, you may feel completely disconnected from everyone and everything. Depression, isolation, feeling so alone, especially with COVID, we've disconnected a little bit from our crown chakras as a result of this isolation. We may be really cynical about spirituality, really unclear of our life mission, our life purpose, and feel unloved by the creator, feeling unloved and unconnected. A balanced one, you're going to have a great spiritual life. Things are going to be in flow. You'll feel your life has purpose. You'll see the connection between your truth, your higher self, and the higher power all around us. You'll be very wise and you'll have insight. This is where disorders of the brain and neural problems all manifest, is in this chakra. So you're looking at the depression, but also the Alzheimer's and things like this are also born there. But also being extremely tired, insomnia is here too. If you have any immune disease problems, also is a problem with the crown chakra frequency and flow. And so finally then, aromas such as smudging sage, frankincense, myrrh or juniper, they're using frankincense to smudge at JLT Illuminations at the moment. And I love walking into that. It's my favorite. You're going to be able, you need to start trusting more, living in gratitude. Oh, I'm really late on, sorry. You're going to feel a sense of joy, peace, happiness. You're going to expect nothing in return. You're going to give unconditionally. You're going to transcend the ego. That's all our main aim, right? Clear quartz, opal, selenite are great for connecting with the divine creator, connecting with the angels, and your oils are going to be frankincense and bergamot. So sorry I've spoken so much, but this is my passion, this is my work, this is what I do, and I know how important it is for you all to have a balanced chakra energy body, because your life will just start flowing, doors will open, you'll be so happy all the time, which is why we're here having this human experience, is to find our path of happiness. So I'm okay to stay a bit later as I've spoken so much. So please, if any of you have any questions, please feel free to just come on in now and ask away.
Hello, my name is Miriam. Thank you very much. That was really, really interesting.
Thank you.
I just have a question because I joined like a little bit late. Will
Okay.
you be sending, or can you send the PDF of the slides? Because I was trying to take notes, but it was a bit too
Okay, so
long.
this is actually just it's my webinar, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's going to be possible, but
Okay.
I've just actually written a whole course based on the chakras and using crystals and other modalities to heal them. It's in 3 levels, so for sure, let me have a word with the guys at Illuminations and see what's possible to send out and
Okay.
how it all works. And so, but most definitely, this is just a taster. So there's going to be a lot of information if you are interested in learning more about the chakras. I'm going to do 3 levels from just kind of the foundations through to a practitioner, through to becoming kind of more of a master of this energy and chakra work. But it's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because I've been doing energy healing with someone, and she's a Reiki master and energy healing and holistic therapist and all of that. But so and now she cannot do it anymore. So that's why I thought that why not get the information myself and try to learn more a little bit about it. But that was definitely very interesting. Thank you very much.
Well, that's great, and yeah, most definitely doing Reiki. We work on the chakras, but yeah, getting your own information so you can heal yourself is vital. So maybe you can think about doing Reiki level 1 because that teaches you how to harness this energy for self-healing as well as being able to heal others. Even Reiki 1 teaches you all of that.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that the Reiki healing is only if you want to become a practitioner, which is not my aspiration at all.
Not at all. Reiki 1 gives you all that foundational knowledge, and it tells you a lot about the chakras in that course as well, and how to actually heal yourself to harness this energy and bring it into your energy centers and energy body so that you can heal yourself. So maybe have a think about that as well.
Yeah, so in Illuminations, do they do this Reiki healing 1 training?
Yeah, so yes, I do it actually as well. There's a
Okay.
couple of us that do Reiki. There's a couple of Reiki masters that work with Illuminations. So I work exclusively at Illuminations on JLT. And yeah, so I'm running courses all the time. If you give them a call or send them a WhatsApp or an email, they'll let you know all the dates. But Reiki 1 is next month with me.
Okay.
So it's wonderful to welcome you and get excited again with you about these chakras and how we can heal ourselves, heal our life with them.
Yes. Okay. Can I ask another question quickly, please?
Please do.
Because, I've been reading about, like these trapped emotions with the body code and emotion code and all of that. So is this also included in the Reiki healing, or is it something different?
So basically, when we come from Reiki, we look at the blockages in the chakras and in the energy body. We see where so we all have this big egg of energy, and where there's imbalances and blockages, we actually look at that, and the Reiki energy comes in and starts the flow. So it does go into the deep recesses because we have energy blockages that go all the way through our physical body. And it's really common in Reiki for my clients to have physical reactions with their hands, their legs, their stomach, their head, when that energy that has been stuck and blocked at a cellular level is released. It's like a sponge full of water that we've taken the water out, and all of a sudden the physical body is like, whoa.
I know. I've experienced that myself. So
amazing, right? So
absolutely. So
it's a great way to have the foundation. Then you can bring any other modality into that. So you can use.
I see. So you will do we will learn how to do this muscle testing and then subconscious and stuff. Is that different?
No, so that's not Reiki. That comes under mainly theta and emotional freedom techniques. So that's a completely different technique, but you can use them. You can learn that a different way. There's some great therapists doing courses at JLT Illuminations that can teach you all of that as well. And so what you can do is, learn the foundation of Reiki. This can be the base of all your healing for yourself. Then bring in these other modalities. So you could muscle test to find out which chakra is imbalanced, for example.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, I see. Okay, perfect.
I am actually trained in all of these things, but
okay, great. Okay,
is my way. Reiki for me is the way. I just manage to do everything, and then I bring other modalities in to help raise that energy, unblock the chakras.
Yeah.
Well, I hope to see you at JLT Illuminations.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Nice
I'll
to meet
book
you
an
in
appointment.
person.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining. Cool. Is anyone else got some questions? Okay, I did give a lot of information. I'm sure you're all trying to just download, assimilate all of that. So as you heard me say to Maria, I am running courses over April and May. I've just written a whole new set of workshops and courses, so do check in with Illuminations. I'd love to see you all in person. For those of you I've seen before, thank you so much for joining. I hope we'll see each other again soon. And for those of you I haven't met yet, I hope to meet you soon. So until then, take care and goodbye. And I hope you have a very balanced week moving forward. Bye.
Bye.